I'm Alex Keaton and I'm here in North Square Park right off of Diamond Street in North Philadelphia. Right over here is Fontaine Street, the location of the studio owned by Betsy Casanas, a local muralist in Philadelphia. Let's go check it out. At this studio, the door is always open. Day and night, you can find artists painting, hanging out, and learning from each other. It's a community within a community. Paint buckets line the floor. The smell of burning incense fills the air. Latin music and top 40 hits are on repeat while people are constantly coming in and out. But at the center of it all is Betsy. Betsy Casanas is a native of North Philadelphia. Her parents emigrated from Puerto Rico right before she was born. She has done public art for 22 years and has been all over the world painting murals while engaging communities. Back in March 2016, Betsy was commissioned by the Mural Arts Initiative and the Philadelphia Museum of Art to paint a mural on the Spring Garden Street Bridge. Now it's October 1st and they are headlong into the project. You've seen murals all around Philly, but this one is a bit different. It is 1,000 feet of color.
Just working as hard as we can to try to get it finished. We have about a month left. It's the first. Dedication is on the 29th. We have 94 panels. There's about 13 panels being painted, and we have about 27.
To put this in perspective, each of the 94 panels that Betsy is referring to is 5 feet tall and 10 feet wide. They will eventually make up a continuous mural that lines the inside of the Spring Garden Bridge. It's not a conventional mural either. It's made up of intricate patterns and each pattern has a reason.
This one is our mural now. So this one I designed really considering the campaign Mandula, really trying to respect their voice in the mural and understanding that they really wanted the idea of bulbs instead of bullets, like this campaign against violence, to be a really prominent part of the mural. It's definitely loosely inspired by Talavera ceramic work and then other stuff. I mean, I start pulling from certain areas and then everything else starts happening organically. It's like you look and you study and you're trying to figure things out, and then other things just start happening.
Betsy's work has a message that works with whatever community she's painting in, but in terms of size and painting style, this mural is a new challenge.
This is the longest project I've ever done. I've done another one. I've done another city block where I did 30 buildings. That was, just as intense, but the designs were more organic. They weren't as, these are really intricate. The other one was really patterned too. But the way the paint had to be applied was a little bit more loose. It was much more like fluid and organic, and it didn't have, like, these have very specific sections that have to be painted the exact same way. Yeah, where the other ones, the mural that I'm talking about wasn't like that.
The block she's referring to is on Front Street. As you can see, patterns make up a key part of her more traditional designs. But for Betsy, this mural is a new direction that's breaking the mold for how she normally does things. So what exactly does it take to paint 94 panels for this entire mural? This is the process. It all starts as a hand-drawn pattern at 1530 or 45 degrees. Then it's placed into a Photoshop file where Betsy arranges all the patterns. It gets colored in Photoshop and scaled to the project size of 1,000 feet. Then it's reviewed at the Mural Arts Initiative 6 to 7 times for approval. Next, they place an order for materials including aluminum tiles, brushes, and lots of paint. Before they can move in the materials, the studio has to be organized to handle the size of the project. Systems are built to hold the panels in place, crafting DIY brackets and placing studs in the walls to handle the weight. Then they prep the 5x10 foot panels, hand scratching and applying primer to each one because the aluminum won't hold their iridescent paints. Using Photoshop, each tile is broken down into its own unique design. They fire up the projector, get a panel mounted, and start hand tracing the intricate designs. This takes a couple of hours, and Betsy creates color charts for each different design. And it's not like the mural has just a few colors that they switch between. There can be upwards of 10 unique color combinations on just one panel. Next comes mixing the paint and getting it all organized. Then they paint. Everything from delicate line work to curvy shapes and meticulous background patterns, the painters spend hours in front of the panels starting at 9 in the morning and sometimes not leaving the studio until 10 at night. And painting these patterns doesn't mean they just do it once. With the vibrant and iridescent colors, they end up painting 5 to 6 layers on the smallest of details. Imagine how much time goes into painting one panel. Repeat that process 94 times.
At the end of the day,
Join us today
it's
to
a
announce the
massive
American Cancer
It's
Society
a
and
whole
Mission to
city
Save
block
Lives.
long.
At Learn
Our
Together
dedication is on October
learntogether.com.
29th. There's a million things that you could kind of stress out about, but at the end of the day, we're paid to paint. Seriously, we're paid to paint.
So we're on our way down to Betsy's studio right now, where they're about to take the first set of panels down to the Spring Garden Bridge. Now this only means that they have just 2 more weeks left to finish painting the mural. So we're gonna go down, see them take the panels out, and see how the rest of the process goes. Seeing the first part of the mural get packaged up after 7 months of work made for a surreal vibe in the studio. These artists have spent hundreds of hours in front of these panels, but at the same time, they still have to keep painting. And some of these panels were still drying from the night before.
Hello.
Oh, look at you all
Were you
dressed
butt-dialing me?
up. Huh?
Are you butt dialing me?
What now?
Yeah, you called me twice.
Wait a second, maybe.
Next, the contractor showed up, and things just started moving. Getting the first batch of panels shipped out is pretty complicated. There are 6 sections of the mural that make up the 94 panels. For today, they had to get the sections D and DA, 28 panels organized and ready for the contractors to put in order. If even one tile is out of place, it could end up throwing off the entire installation.
We finished today. And panel B, which is the shortest section. And then the CB is the very last section. We have to have a group conference this morning. Okay.
We're having group time right now.
Yeah. See. First, thank you guys for being here and agreeing to participate in this project. It's so exciting that the panels are finally going up. I got a phone call this morning and a visit yesterday from my project manager and a call from Jane Golden and Joan Riley from Mural Arts. They're really concerned because we have so many people. It's a big project, so we obviously need so many people. Because they've already gone over budget for this particular project, it looks like it's costing us about $15,000 a week to keep us on. And they have absolutely no money and have completely, they don't have enough resources. For me, obviously, I want to just knock this thing out. I want to get it done. I want to get it over with. So with the people that we have here now, we only have 1 more week together. So my crew is gonna dwindle back to where it was initially, which is what was with like 4 to 5 people. So I just want to take the opportunity to thank you guys for even agreeing to be part of this. I know this has been absolutely hectic. It's definitely really exciting. But that looks like this is going to be the end this week until the next massive project. I will keep you posted on what's happening with the Mural Arts program and funding. So thank you. I think that at 7 o'clock tomorrow, so the first few panels will be up. So we'll be taking pictures. I'm so excited. This is my biggest project. All right, very good.
And just like that, it all kind of stopped. No one knew that the funding had run out on the project. As Betsy said, she simply got a phone call that morning to tell her that there was no more money. To be honest, I was confused. If there's no funding, who can dedicate the hours to finishing off this massive mural? We still went down to the bridge the next morning to see the first panels get put up, but things felt different.
You know, they canceled and postponed. They postponed the inauguration that was set up to be on October 29th. And now we're not sure what's happening. But, you know, hopefully they wanna do the other side for the spring, but I want to get it done now, and so does the crew. We only have 20 panels left, so I think people are willing to come in. There's 11 volunteers in the studio right now, plus the crew members. We've been working too hard to just have half of this up.
With the dedication now postponed, Betsy still had optimism, but now it felt like things were really coming to a standstill. When we went back to the studio a few days later to check in, the changes were real.
If they actually get the funds that they needed, we would have to wait until September. But I think a lot of us are really, we've been working, man. We've been working. So to be so close, we're 2 weeks away from what was going to be the deadline. 1 week away now. And then it just stopped. It's really crazy.
There they are, half the panels. On one side of the bridge, a mural. On the other side, metal. So what does it mean to make public art? As a muralist, Betsy can't just paint in the studio on her own terms. She has to work with institutions. She has to organize her painters. She has to work off the canvas. And when a project that has consumed her life for over 7 months gets put on hold, how does she keep painting?
That's been the toughest part, is, you know, making sure that I'm taking care of myself. You know, we've been consumed by this project, and I could have done it simpler. You know, I was told to do it simpler multiple times, but I'm not trying to do it simpler. If I'm finally being taken out of this particular area and I'm being put in a section where I can become a spotlight, I'm not going to simplify it. I'm going to make it more complicated, because you have to be strategic, right? So I'm struggling this year, and maybe I won't be struggling next year. And that's the life of an artist, right? Sometimes things are good, sometimes things are not good, and you learn how to kind of live in that kind of world.
For now, we don't know when the Spring Garden Bridge will be completed, but we do know that Betsy won't stop painting. She has plans to take back control of her art and break free from the institutions. Moving forward, she's just going to take it all one day at a time, getting back on the canvas.